I'm a tiger, 27. Baby, I'm a rifle, one bite you dead. So if you're gonna find me for my heart, all you're gonna get is blood or blood.
What can I say? I need more than desire, more than just a pretty face.
J's for justice.
Okay, you better walk away. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Only one love up beside of the fire.
Wait a second, you guys. We
Someone who can handle me. Someone cut your heart today. Oh yeah, oh
Something scary.
Wait a minute. I just got a text. Oh my
give you
god.
some closure before you know it, it's over.
Wait a second, you guys. We
So
have
run
breaking
away,
news.
run away.
Oh my god.
I'm not trying to hurt you,
J's for justice.
but I will if I have to. I'ma tell you what I do. Run away, run away. Baby, I'm a fighter, never backing down. Baby, I'm a soldier, standing my ground. So if you're gonna fight me for my heart,
During an interview with Jay for Justice,
baby, I'm a tiger, 20 steps ahead. Baby, I'm a rifle, one bite to dead. So if you're gonna fight me for my heart, all you gonna get is battle scars. Baby, I'm a fighter, never backing down. Baby, I'm a soldier, standing my ground. So if you're gonna fight me for my heart, all you gonna get is battle scars. Baby, I'm a tiger, 20 steps ahead. Baby, I'm a rifle, one bite to dead. So if you're gonna fight me for my heart, all you gonna get is battle scars. What can I do? Gotta keep every heart safe, so we make it out alive.
J's for justice.
I don't wanna waste no time. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Try to play nice so I won't give you heartache. Trust me, baby, when I say,
J's for justice.
girl, you better walk away. Oh yeah, oh yeah. If you try to come closer, I'ma give you some closure before you know it, it's over. So run away,
Something
run away.
scary.
I'm not trying to hurt you, but I will if I have to. I'ma tell you what I do.
Something
Run away,
scary.
run away. Baby, I'm a fighter, never backing down. Baby, I'm a soldier, standing my ground. So if you're gonna fight me for my heart, all you gonna get is battle scars. Baby, I'm a tiger, 20 steps ahead. Baby, I'm a rifle, one bite to dead. So if you're gonna fight me for my heart, all you gonna get is battle scars. Baby, I'm a fighter, never backing down. Baby, I'm a soldier, standing my ground. So if you're gonna fight me for my heart, all you gonna get is battle scars. Baby, I'm a tiger, 20 steps ahead. Baby, I'm a rifle, one bite to dead. So if you're gonna fight me.
I saw. I played a cut with my homies, dressed in all black and we cozy. Can't say you love, you gotta show me. I ain't with my guys, then I'm dolly. Ain't no vibe like this, they don't rock like this, and you know we don't miss. Swish, they don't catch my drift, tell them I ain't they biz, they'll catch my gist, bitch. Ain't no vibe like this, they don't rock like this, and you know we don't miss. Swish, they don't catch my drift, tell them I ain't they biz, they'll catch my gist, bitch. I'm in a cut with my homies, I'm in a cut with my homies. Show no love to the police, show no love to the phonies. No love, no love. She wanna come to my homie, she wanna ride like a pony. Better pay up if you owe me, don't come around like you know me.
Man's them moving too shaky, acting sus for no reason. Still do the dash like Stacy with a city girl, it's that season. She wanna ride this all-wheel drive, you don't gotta put no key in. We on a rise like emoji eyes, you know that they be preying. Stashing the guap, setting up shop. I got a plan, is you ready or not? Puffing this plant, rising my stock, force on my hand, they moving wide. Don't gotta scam, don't gotta hop. I turn styles, screw it and chop. Shout out big bro, he call me Ock, keeping it safe, we got it on lock. This is a whole mood like O2. I told Missy to work it. She got that soul food, I'm so full, she get busy for certain. This is a whole mood like O2. I told Missy to work it. She got that soul full, I'm so full, she get busy for certain.
Ain't no vibe like this, they don't rock like this, and you know we don't miss. Swish, they don't catch my drift, tell them I ain't they biz, they'll catch my gist, bitch. Ain't no vibe like this, they don't rock like this, and you know we don't miss. Swish, they don't catch my drift, tell them I ain't they biz, they'll catch my gist, bitch. I'm in a cut with my homies, I'm in a cut with my homies. Show no love to the police, show no love to the phonies. No love, no love. She wanna come to my homie, she wanna ride like a pony. Better pay up if you owe me, don't come around like you know me. We in the spot, thuggin' like Pac, kicking in doors, you know we don't knock. She wanna dance, do a TikTok, she making a move, she making it drop. We set the mood, pull up and eat all your food. Ooh, 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 how can we lose? Blessings keep coming in twos. Ay, you do or you don't, you will or you won't. Hop in the Phantom, then I go ghost. They doing the most, they watch what you post. Liking our picture, she like how I post. They saying we goes, Kobe on go. Playing the cut, just me and my woes. We getting high to balance the lows. You hear the flows, fuck all these hoes. I need my ducks in a row, whoa, 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 yeah. Coming up fast, I thought we was moving too slow, whoa, no. Making a killing, cause we keep selling these clothes, yeah. It's ISO, I ain't gon' tell you no more, just me and my bro, ayy. Ain't no vibe like this, they don't rock like this, and you know we don't miss, swish. They don't catch my drift, tell them mind they biz, or catch my gist, bitch. Ain't no vibe like this, they don't rock like this, and you know we don't miss, swish. They don't catch my drift, tell them mind they biz, or catch my gist, bitch. I'm in the cut with my homies,
Welcome to J is for Justice podcast. If live breaking news and following true crime is your thing, then please consider subscribing to my channel. And if you like what you see in my videos, please consider giving them a thumbs up. Hey, sorry guys, I had to grab my glasses. How are we? Happy Monday.
My glasses! I can't see without them! Help me find my glasses!
Help me find my glasses. Good morning. Welcome to J is for Justice. My name is Jay, and I'm your host today. I've got my coffee too, Carrie, and I have something for you today. Carrie, I hope this doesn't trigger you too bad. From, you know, your childhood when you were in high school. So I'm wearing my shirt. What are you talking about? And then I'm sporting this today. I can't even. You have this shirt on? Twins. Good morning, everybody. It's so good to see you guys. Can you hear the background music? You should be able to hear it just faintly. Let me know if you can hear it. Painting services, thank you. J is for just so gosh darn freaking beautiful, like duh.
I remember waiting for the school bus.
J is for Justice.
Was my first crush, and neither one of us had a clue.
Good morning, Ashley Oaks. So fancy schmancy. You guys can't hear it? It shouldn't be. It should be just barely noticeable. All right. So are you guys ready to talk about the parents from hell? Let me go ahead and all right, I gotta download my little song. Give me 2 seconds, you guys. I like the background music. It kind of makes it so it's not so boring, I guess. Not so just quiet.
Cut his mic. Cut his mic.
I can't wait to use these. Listen.
Cut his mic. Cut his mic.
Don't make me cut your mic in the first 3 minutes of the show, please.
Oh, man. If only I was in a position to where I say shit like that to people. Don't make me cut your mic in the first 3 minutes of the show, motherfucker. Okay, so let's get back to this. And there we go. That should be good right there. Let me know if that's too loud. I don't want it to be overpowering. And sorry, I'm testing this out with you guys, but I I don't really have much of a choice. Unless I make my own live and go live on a private live. But let's see. It's so touchy. It seems like it's way too loud. Is it? Let me know. Chipmunks. Thanks, Scott H. A chipmunk Snickers. Whatevs. I think it's too friggin' loud. It's loud to me. Okay, it's good. As long as it's good to y'all. Good morning, Olive Juice. You guys are all just coming in.
Roberta.
Scott H., do you sleep? Asking for a friend. Okay, very, very good.
Creep town, dude.
Okay, let's get into it then, shall we? But how do I make this thing so it loops? Oh, there we go. All right, there we go. Perfect. All right, thanks for bearing with me. We're going to get right into it now. It's loud now. All right, well, maybe I'll perfect that next time. And chickens getting loud. Do the chickens have large talons? I know Scott H hasn't been live in forever. Kim Shepard, I don't know.
I don't know.
He doesn't know. He does not know.
Okay, so first I'm going to go into a update for you guys. And this is a case I know you guys were following. I myself wasn't covering it on my channel, but I have watched others covering this case, and I saw that there was an arrest, so I figured it was a good thing to cover this before we get into the parents from hell. So let's take a look at this update here. This is Serenity McKinney. Let me make puppy cam. As always, Bella and Summer are down at the bottom right corner. Those are my doggies. The right one is Summer and the left one is Bella. Bella's smaller. So let me move myself over here. And let's take a look at this video and see what happened with little Serenity, who was found deceased. But let's see what happened with her parents, her mother and boyfriend, rather.
Of a missing 4-year-old Shelby County girl has been found. Serenity McKinney's mom, Catherine McKinney, and her boyfriend, Dakota Hill, are now charged in her murder.
Serenity, as you might remember, was reported missing earlier this month by extended family who hadn't seen a little girl since December of 2020. WLKY's Manoj Kwangari shares how news of finding her body is sitting with that community.
It was absolutely gut-wrenching.
Kate Gibbons has been following Serenity's story since she was reported missing on February 2nd. At first, she had no idea who she was, but there was something about the story that caught her eye.
We had seen the post for Serenity on the Kentucky police page, and there didn't seem to be much traction.
So she created the Serenity McKinney Missing Facebook group, and through it, she was able to provide support to the family while they searched for answers, donating candles for a prayer vigil and raising money for T-shirts. She even set up a shrine to Serenity in her home.
We decided at that point, you know, this little girl, her face needed to be out there, and we were going to do whatever we could to get her face out there.
But unfortunately, the story did not end as she would have hoped. 16 days after being reported missing, Serenity Ann McKinney's body was found here in these woods in West Point. But police say the clues that led them to this area have now sparked a new investigation.
Just from the facts and evidence that the investigators were able to pull in together, they were able to charge Catherine McKinney, Serenity's mom, and her boyfriend Dakota Hill with murder and abuse of a corpse.
In addition to those 2 Bullitt County charges, the pair each still have a pending charge of custodial interference from Shelby County.
Everyone is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Obviously, they'll have their day in court. We've got some more work to do. It's not a done deal. You know, our hearts goes out to the family. At least now, some answers are being answered, and they can begin the next process, the healing process, which is going to be tough.
And Gibbons says she'll be one of the many people helping them along the way.
If they need anything, absolutely 100%. We'll be there.
In Bullitt County, Manoj Kongwari.
Okay, so that's the update. That poor little girl. Just so sad. I know, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of hearing about all these stories too, but if we don't bring awareness and start, I mean, this failure, like Carrie just said, you know, the boyfriend. This all starts with education in our young girls, I think, right? Education. Raising them right. Yes, hopefully more charges. I'm sure there will be.
Rot in hell. And hey, if you're listening, you can put that on your Christmas tree.
So we're going to get into the cases that I chose to cover for today. Hi, Cheryl T. Welcome. Yeah, I mean, the more awareness cannot hurt, right? Now, these are new cases, though. These are not old cases. So the next one that we're going to cover, these are people that are currently awaiting trial. Oh, boy. Which one do I want to do first? We have one out of Houston. Or no, I'm sorry. We have one out of Louisiana. And we have one out of Pennsylvania. So let's do the Louisiana one first. They're both equally as disturbing. Well, this one is pretty disturbing. So just so you know, this is a couple that is going to trial for horrific sex crimes against children. So this definitely is a trigger warning for those that are sensitive to these topics. And it's sad that we even have to cover things like this and that people like this exist.
The Isaiah Factor, uncensored.
Okay, hold on. This is Isaiah. This is courtesy of Fox 26 Houston.
That absolutely disgusting case in Louisiana. An ex-teacher has pleaded guilty to crimes against children, which included putting her husband's sperm in cupcakes that were given to children to eat in her classroom.
Did you hear that, Shiz? Disgusting, right? Ad Rock, welcome to the jungle.
Roberta.
Yeah, this one's bad. Just so you know, bad. Yeah. There's some sick mofos in this world. She was a teacher. Yeah, wait till you see what he does for a living. Whew. Take a deep breath, yo.
Cynthia Perkins, you see her there, cut a deal that will have her testifying against her ex-husband, the man you see there, Dennis Perkins, a former Livingston Parish deputy sheriff in Louisiana, that's close to Baton Rouge. He's also charged with dozens of sex crimes, including child porn and rape. Tonight, I speak with WBRZ TV investigative reporter Chris Nakamoto in my hometown of Baton Rouge. He's one of
a cop and a teacher. A sheriff's deputy, no less.
Best in the business, and he's talking about this disturbing story. He's been following this since it broke back in 2019. Man, I'm sure, Chris, when you saw the details of this case, you had to shake your damn head.
Well, thank you for the kind words, first of all. It was an alarming case for sure. This all started in December of 2019 when these two individuals, a deputy in Livingston Parish and his teacher wife, who was a middle school teacher, got caught by Adobe. They were photoshopping things. Adobe turned them into authorities in Louisiana, which launched an investigation. Authorities with the Attorney General's office showed up at the couple's house. They found this safe full of hard drives, computers, thumb drives, things like that. And all of it was encrypted with a software called Keep My Data Safe. And so essentially they had to come in and decode everything. And when they decoded everything, they were alarmed at what they saw. They saw child porn, they saw child rape. They also saw what appeared to be this deputy who was ejaculating on sweets that were then being served to his wife's class.
I can't.
My God, my God. So do we know if any of the...
I can't. Like, what is that? What makes someone want to do that? I say kill them both. Get rid of them. Wipe them off the earth. Get rid of the motherfuckers. What in the Sam hell? I mean, I haven't heard all of this. I find these stories, I go over them with you guys, and I knew the gist of it, but I did not know all the details.
The devil is dancing tonight.
Green-eyed PI, welcome to the jungle.
Roberta.
Whew. All right, let's go back to this. I'm sweating. I think that it's very important, though, for us to note that these people are not just scumbags living in squalor. These are people that are in our daily lives, in our children's daily lives. And we have to raise awareness. I mean, I don't want to say side-eye everyone, but side-eye everyone. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the answer is, but this shit is disgusting, man. This is bad.
Children were actual students or relatives, or were these just videos that they collected off of the internet?
So according to the court documents that we have, the kids that were served the sweets were definitely students in her class.
Oh my
They
God.
photoshopped apparently the kids' photos, and they had pictures of the children eating the sweets, the cupcakes that he had ejaculated on. In terms of the...
They took pictures of the kids eating these cupcakes. Wipe them off. Just wipe them out. Wipe them out. Why even bother? Why even bother trying these people? Sick, 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 sick.
He's evil in the flesh.
Yikes.
Rot in hell. And hey, if you're listening, you can put that on your Christmas
victims that were raped by these individuals were told that they possibly were some of their close associates or people that they knew.
Wow, just mind-blowing. She's a teacher, and of course, he is a former deputy, and she's a former teacher. I think they're estranged now, right? They've divorced?
So she divorced him, and, you know, if it gives you any indication of what their plan of attack is, they immediately filed for divorce. She actually just struck a plea deal with some of the prosecutors here. So she now has to testify against him at trial, and she has agreed to do that in exchange for what some people in this area are calling a light sentence. She'll probably do about 40 years and will probably be eligible for good time, so maybe 20 years.
Wow.
So we'll see what happens. You know, what's really interesting about this case is these are the people that you teach your children to trust. You teach your children to trust law enforcement. You teach them to trust their teacher and to think that they could do something as sick and twisted as this. I mean, it really just has this whole community in utter shock.
Exactly, and you're exactly right. They're supposed to be the best of us, our educators, our law enforcement officers, and they went really, really bad, just mind blowing. Now, what's the status in his case? Where does he stand, Dennis Perkins, the former deputy?
Okay, so you know who you teach your children to trust? You. I don't know. What's the answer, guys? What's the answer? How can we weed out these creepy ass motherfuckers from our schools and from law enforcement departments? How? How? It's maddening because what do you do? It's like it's out of our control, and that's what makes us so nuts.
So he is scheduled to go to trial sometime this summer. I'm told that they have some evidentiary issues that they're now trying to work through. We had exposed not long ago that a couple of hard drives that were seized out of that safe in their house are now missing. So the $1 million question is, where are those hard drives?
Wow.
Did the Attorney General's office misplace it? Did the Sheriff's office misplace it? And so if that is the case, that raises questions about what is the chain of custody for some of these other pieces of evidence that were collected. So
how in the hell does this happen? Do you have someone in the force who is hiding this shit? The hard drives disappear? The hard drives disappear. That tells me there's probably more shady going on here than just him, right?
it's a valid question that's probably going to be brought up before trial. The Attorney General's office says they don't have any missing hard drives, but there are 2 hard drives that were labeled and processed, taken in as evidence, that are now gone.
Parents there must be heartbroken when they found out about this, and especially those parents who had students in the classroom with Cynthia Perkins, the teacher.
Oh, 100%. Can you imagine getting a phone call saying, your child is photographed? We believe there's a picture of your child in the safe of their teacher with their deputy husband ejaculating on cupcakes, and we believe that your child ate it. And so if you can only imagine the shock that these parents, had to deal with, I think they identified at least 12 kids that ate those tainted cupcakes.
Wow. Wow. Just mind-blowing that this has occurred in Livingston Parish, Louisiana. He is no longer a deputy there. She is no longer a teacher. And as they say, they should both be put under the damn jail. Chris Nakamoto from WBRZ in Baton Rouge. Thank you, sir, for giving us some expertise and shining light.
I like this guy. They should both be put under the damn jail. Agreed. You guys, how disturbing is this, right? How disturbing is this? And the fact that these 2 hard drives disappear, what the hell is going on? But we need to stay on top of this case, right? And we'll keep an eye on any further. I have an article, too, that I want to pull up and show you guys or read to you guys. It's got a little more detail, which I don't know if we even want. But let's see here. Oh, look, pretty sandals. Made in China. Okay, so this is Livingston, Louisiana. I know you guys can't read it. I don't want to adjust the screen because I'm going to play a couple more videos. So I'll just read the key points to you guys. This was in Livingston, Louisiana. And again, the woman, the mother, the teacher, has pleaded guilty to the crimes against children and admitting to serving those cupcakes. And I can't even say what she put in them or what was on them. So she is 36. She's pleading guilty and testifying against her ex, who is a 44-year-old former Livingston Parish Sheriff's Office SWAT member. Not just a sheriff's deputy. They said sheriff's deputy. This says Livingston Parish Sheriff's Office SWAT member. Here's that bitch, Cynthia Perkins. She was a junior high English teacher, and she resigned after the police raided their home. And the Livingston Parish Sheriff's Office immediately fired Dennis Perkins, who had been a special operations lieutenant. Investigators said they received a tip from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children about the Denham Springs couple in 2019. Police seized photographs of the couple posing nude with a child, as well as other evidence, while serving a search warrant in October of that year. Court documents reported by WBRZ in May revealed that police also found pictures of Perkins eating the semen-laced cupcakes and that the couple allegedly raped a child between the ages of 9 and 10. Investigators allegedly found hidden cameras in their attic and bathroom and said that they uncovered more pictures on an iPhone. The couple had initially been charged with 60 counts of production of child porn, rape, and other crimes. Prosecutors also accused Dennis Perkins of obscenity, video voyeurism, and possessing child porn. Livingston Sheriff Jason Ard said at the time that although Perkins had been a longtime officer who he considered a friend, quote, no one is above the law. This type of alleged behavior will not be tolerated by me or anyone at the LPSO. Cynthia Perkins pleaded guilty to second-degree rape, producing child porn, and conspiracy mingling of harmful substances Monday. She's due back in court Friday for sentencing, and this came out the 18th, so 3 days ago. Or wait, today's the 21st. So she was in court on Friday then? I don't even know what to say. I mean, honestly, I don't. I have no words. I have no words. Why are they making a deal with her? Is it because the hard drives disappeared? Maybe that's why they were forced to make a deal with her in order to prosecute his ass. Hi, Brunch Mom. We need to have a federal death penalty. All child crimes need to be federal, and sentencing should be death. There are zero chances of rehabilitation. I agree. I agree 100%. No, they're not out on bail. No. I think they're in jail right now. But, I mean, I just have no words for this. It's beyond comprehension, really. So they make a deal with the devil in one of the worst cases I think I've ever heard of a teacher and a special officer at the sheriff's department. It's just ugh. Can someone delete Rigger Bob? Because they want to come in here and talk about dogs.
Get your ugly, yellow, no good keister off my property.
Before I pump your guts full of lead.
1, 2, 10.
See ya, Bob. See ya, Bob. You don't come in here and talk about my dogs. My dogs are off limits. My dogs are like my kids. So you don't come in here and talk about my dogs. At any rate, here we go. All right, we're going to go on to the next story. What up, Johnny Cuddy? Nice to see you. Oh, lordy, lordy. Okay, so the next one is actually another current case where they are pending trial as well. And they are hang on.
Now, Katie.
The death penalty is being sought in this case, and this is out of Pennsylvania. Okay? Thank you, Damien. I appreciate all your support. Alrighty. And go ahead and hide that person. If you guys just deleted it, go ahead and hide them. Anybody who's going to talk about my dogs would not say anything good about kids. If you don't like animals, bye.
Exclusive. The Washington County DA is seeking the death penalty against a couple charged with hiding their dead baby's body behind a wall in their home. Amy Wattis was the only local TV reporter in court for the couple's arraignment.
Washington County's DA told the judge he believes aggravating circumstances apply in this case, which means Kylie Wilt and Alan Hollis could get the death penalty if convicted. The formal arraignment for 25-year-old Kylie Wilt and 27-year-old Alan Hollis had an emotional ending after the Washington County DA announced he was pursuing the death penalty against the couple. Wilt appeared in person while Hollis appeared over video. They were accused of hiding their son Archer Hollis's remains inside a bedroom wall in a crate at their home in Charleroi. Investigators found the baby's body last November. We tried talking to Shelby Wilt, Kylie's sister, but she was too emotional as she was leaving the courthouse.
Okay,
All
wait,
she would
wait.
say is
Is that supposed to be a joke? I mean, she was too emotional to talk? The fuck?
If it looks like a duck, walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it's a duck.
Is she sad? But she later sent me a text message saying, quote, "I love Kylie and this is not what I wanted for her. I know because I'm her sister, I'm partial to the situation, but anyone who knows her knows she would never hurt a child, let alone kill one." Alan's mom, Beth Hollis, wasn't at today's hearing, but I talked to her over the phone. And she told me, quote, "I'm heartbroken. No one wants their child to grow up sitting on death row for something that could have been avoided. I don't want my son to die, but it's up to a judge and jury." In order to seek the death penalty, the district attorney said he had to find aggravating circumstances.
The ones that I believe are applicable are the three that I cited and filed, which are torture, the age of the child being under 12, and that the crime was committed in a perpetration of a felony.
Walsh says that means
Is the aggravated assault on the child due to, on the basis of that, the Commonwealth will have to prove due to the pre-existing injuries to this child. This child had pre-existing fractures.
Walsh believes baby Archer was 5 months to a year old when he died last February. Early in the investigation, Wilt told police her son died from SIDS at their home on Upper Crest Avenue and didn't have money to bury him. Investigators say the couple moved to another home in Charleroi on Lookout Avenue, placed the crate with Archer's body in it inside of a bedroom wall, covered it with drywall, and painted over it. The DA says a forensic exam revealed the boy suffered broken ribs. A pretrial conference is the next step in this case. It's unclear when a trial will take place, but the DA says both Wilt and Hollis will be tried together. Reporting from the Washington County Courthouse, Amy Wattis.
Okay, so that was a report from February 18th. Now, let's take a look at this. I got another one on this. Probably give us more information. This is from The Sun. Let's take a look here. It's got some pictures and stuff. All right, let's read through this. Totally disturbing. I know, you guys. I'm sorry. But you know what? We need our system. And I agree with Tracy. Like, why can't they do like a federal across the board punishment for these creep, nasty, unable to be rehabilitated sickos because they don't get better? I would like to know, what have these people done prior? Because when it comes to the pedophilia part of it, that doesn't get better. That progressively gets worse. And I think we need really harsh sentences for these people. I'll never forget, I went to Jamaica years ago and I was talking to a local and we were talking about what jail's like there. Like, what is it like if you go to jail in Jamaica? And he straight up told me, he's like, they put men in jail for not paying child support here, and they don't want to go there. So the men pay their child support because the last thing that they want is to be in a jail. Do you want to know why? Because they don't have all the amenities that we give in jail and prison. They're in literally a dirt floor cell, if you call it, with a hole in the ground. Why do we treat our prisoners so well? Oh, because of human rights. What about these little babies' human rights? Defenseless babies dying at the hands of grown people who know better. I'm sorry, but when are we going to start protecting the children? Screw their amenities. Screw them. Put them in a cell with a hole in the floor, in the ground. True crime with Eve? I'm sure it is. I can't imagine you would feel re-victimized if something were to happen to you and you speak up, you tell your story, and then they get a few years or they make a deal and they're out because they've testified against someone else. Screw that. It is scary, and it goes on everywhere, though. It goes on everywhere. C. Avela says, you think the U.S. treats their prisoners well, you should come to the U.K. Really? I mean, just the fact that they would make a deal with that lady in that last story. I mean, what? Disgusting. That's all I can say. It's just absolutely disgusting. All right. So it says here that the body of the 5-month-old was in the wall. Okay. This is dated. This is from December 9th of 2021. And that's when this happened. Okay, so here's some info. Child Services had been involved with the family since the baby's birth, when he was born with THC in his system. Okay, so we're going to get more deets on here. Let me make this bigger, and we'll go through these photos and stuff. So she was smoking pot when she was pregnant with the baby, and then says, he got SIDS, and we had to, we couldn't afford to bury him, so we put him in the wall, and then we drywalled over it. Are you freaking kidding me right now? I don't even have a sound bite for that. Like, all I can say is I hope that
in hell. And hey,
they can rot in hell for sure. All right, so here we go. Child Services had been involved with the family since the baby's birth, when he was found to have THC in his system. When authorities visited the Pennsylvania home on November the 4th of last year to ask where the baby was, she claimed he was being cared for in North Carolina. Police said Wilt then changed her story and told investigators her son died of SIDS in February, and that she kept the baby in a crate in her laundry room. So this had to have happened the year prior. This is all COVID, you know. A neighbor told local media that they often heard the baby's cries until one day they never saw or heard the baby again. Investigators say Wilt and her 3 children moved out a few blocks away, and she brought her son's remains with them. Investigators revealed that the infant, referred to as AH in a criminal complaint, was found wrapped in blankets inside a gray plastic crate hidden in a cubbyhole in a bedroom. Wilt admitted to putting the infant's body in the crate and hiding it in a hole cut in the wall, which was later covered with drywall and paint. There was discoloration and a different color of paint. Walsh said it looked like drywall was cut out and a section was replaced in the bedroom. Who thinks to do this? Hey, let's cut a hole in the wall and let's put our baby in there. After her initial arrest, Wilt said she wanted to tell the truth and told investigators Hollis knew about the child's death and cut the hole and sealed the crate inside. When asked why she hid the boy's body, she told them she didn't have enough money for a funeral. Results of a forensic exam were also revealed on Thursday and showed the baby suffered trauma to his ribs. This is a 5-month-old baby. Trauma to his ribs? How do you hurt a baby's ribs when they're 5-month-old? How? And he also had injuries that were in various stages of healing. They were abusing a 5-month-old infant. Hollis eventually admitted he cut the hole in the wall. A criminal complaint included text messages between them in November of 2020, where they reportedly expressed their disdain for the boy. Wow. Look at this next sentence. They referred to the child by derogatory names and complained about how he just won't shut up. Some people would have given everything they had to raise that baby. One text from Wilt to Hollis reportedly said she was about to, quote, snap his neck. Snap her neck like a pencil. Wilt and Hollis were already in jail following their November arrests, with Wilt initially facing concealing the death of a child and abuse of a corpse. Hollis was charged with obstruction, but now both parents are facing homicide, aggravated assault, conspiracy, concealing the death of a child, abuse of a corpse, obstructing the administration of justice, welfare fraud, and tampering with evidence. And they are seeking the death penalty. By Felicia's. By Felicia's. Well, the neighbors said that they would hear the baby cry. But then after, they noticed they didn't hear him anymore. So I don't know if it was a cry like crying out, or if it is more of they heard the babies cry, and then they didn't hear it anymore. So true crime and coffee, you would think so. I have no idea how I don't know. It had to have smelled. I agree, Radio Gods. It makes me so damn angry. So, yeah, I'm going to do more of these. So this is episode 1 of the Parents from Hell series. And I'm going to mix these up. So I'm doing true crime updates on cases that aren't necessarily, ongoing. So, these are ones that we haven't heard of. So the high profile ones, the ones that everybody's talking about, are going to be in the true crime court and case updates. This case highlights, I'm going to highlight certain cases that I think need awareness. And this is only one series of the Parents in Hell. I have other things planned with different categories. Kelly Marie, it is jsforjustice@gmail.com, and the mods can put that up in chat. Yeah, I mean, yeah, the list goes on and on. If you guys have any cases you would like me to cover that's maybe from your town, solved, unsolved, ongoing, please email those to us and we will cover those. Because we need to raise awareness in this, and this is a huge, huge issue. You know, we're all like, we're so shocked when we hear these things, but it's going on in schools, and it's going on in law enforcement, and it's going on everywhere. But I don't believe we're outnumbered. But we need to at least acknowledge that this happens and not put our heads in the sand of our suburban life and act like it doesn't. Because this doesn't just happen in the inner cities. This doesn't just happen in poor neighborhoods. And we should all care. And I know we all do. Thank you, Scott H. So that wraps up episode 1. And sorry if I was preaching a little bit, but I feel very passionate about crimes against children. And honest to God, it makes me just ill. I don't know what she just knocked over. I know, a true crime with Eve. And I think with COVID, we've all become more secluded in our houses. You know, we're not out and about. We're not out like we used to be. And we're not talking with people. We're not out with our neighbors. We're not seeing everybody else's lives going on because we're all so secluded because of just how our lives and our world has changed. I hate it. I wish we could go back pre-COVID days. I really do. I hate it. I feel like everything has changed. I feel like people have changed. I feel like just our society as a whole has changed. Fafafuki, where was CPS? We do know CPS was already involved in their family. So we'll have to wait for the court trial to come out and give us that evidence. So we'll follow this case for sure. And I don't know. I think we just need to pay attention. And if you see something, say something. If you suspect something, I mean, kids that never smile, I'm not saying report every child you see that doesn't smile, but if you're close to something and you see something or you get a gut feeling, don't ignore your gut. That's all I'm saying. Don't ignore that gut feeling that you get. Thanks, Scott Skulls. So they could afford that. Okay. All right. So I'm going to get off here. Thank you for joining. And I'm going to start putting some events up ahead of time because I know notifications suck and then you're not getting them. Some of you aren't getting them. So I'm going to be putting some things up and I'm going to be doing scheduled lives, like I said. So be looking for those. And I want to thank the moderators all for being here today. Those are the bluesies in chat.
Gotta be handy with the steel, if you know what I mean. Earn your keep.
Moderators!
Mount up.
Oh, it's just an excuse that she couldn't afford the burial. I mean, come on. We all know that's BS. You don't put your child in a wall because you don't have money for a funeral, right? You put your child in a wall because you're hiding something because you're a frickin' sicko loser who killed your own baby. Scum of the earth is what you see on the screen right now.
Are you kidding me? Come on, girl.
And I am putting together, speaking of Grady, another Grady Live. So be looking for that. That will either be later on today or tomorrow. So thank you so much, you guys. Whatever it is you believe in, pray for these kids that that didn't survive these situations and that did survive these situations and have to try to recover, because these motherfuckers change kids' lives forever. And then they grow up damaged adults. This has to stop. And I don't know what to do other than raise awareness. And I love you guys. And I will see you guys soon. Everybody stay safe this Monday. President's Day here in the States. All right. Peace out, you guys. Love ya.
I don't give a damn. I don't really care about you and your problems. I don't give a damn. You talk way too much. I have heard enough about you and your problems. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn.
Creep town, dude.
You wanna be with me.
Just help a brother out.
You wanna feel something real, but I'm feeling differently. You're making plans to get to France, but don't wanna face the fact.
I remember waiting for a school bus. Days for Justice.
Was my first crush. My new shoes, hanging by